Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be having some fun with my Sneasler. It's unfortunately not going to be completely maxed out. It is going to be best buddy and 100% IV. It does need, I do believe, one more power up and we'll be maxed out there, but for now we're just going to use what we've got, and I must say it is going to be putting in the work. We're going to be in the Master Premier, so we're going to be able to use level 50s, just no legendaries or mythicals. Other than that, everything is a go. All right, so we're going to be pairing it up with Primarina as well as Shadow Snorlax. So we do have two Ghost Quick Move users. We got Lick and Shadow Claw here. And for the Sneasler, we are going to be going with X-Scissor for a while, but then we're going to take that off and put on Aerial Ace just so we can have better coverage if we do get stuck up against a Fairy type, because Fairy does resist both Bug and Fighting, and that's just going to be better coverage. And I found myself using X-Scissor only for Metagross, right? But I was going to be able to bait them potentially, or even just close combat. So Sneasler is high attack, but very frail, unfortunately. Can't take a hit. If it's resisted, you're going to be looking pretty good, though. So you're going to be fighting in poison. We're looking at a, I was going to say, souped up Toxicroak, but not really. It's just the same typing. And I love that typing because, well, fighting and poison are my favorite types in the game. So, hey, we got the perfect combination. That's why I really worked on this thing. Also, I love the design. I love the design on this. It's awesome, I just think. One of the good ones that are newer. All right, folks, with that said, if you do enjoy my content and you want to support me in any way, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get right into this. We had an Avalugg in the lead there. I was at Best Buddy Avalugg too. And they're going to be swapping into their Florges, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Snorlax here. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Do we need to win the matchup here? Not necessarily. We do want the alignment with the Avalugg and the Primarina, because Primarina is water resisting the ice, so that'd be nice. We're calling all of this here. Let's go. Now, they could shield us up and farm us down, but they're going to let it go. Great, perfect. We won that, and we didn't even have to use a shield, and we get the alignment that we want here. Now, let's just hope that there's not a Fairy type in the back. See, what they need to do for Sneasler here is give it a poison charge move, and you will quite literally have yourself one of the best poison type attackers in the game. It has poison jab, it just needs a poison charge move. But anyways, what do we got going on here? Primarina is amazing. Just to let you know, in the Master Premier, we've made a video several times before going over this, as it is safe to evolve right now. If you do have a good IV one, you're just going to have to use an Elite Charge TM to get Hydro Cannon later, but I think it's going to be worth it if you want to have fun now. Alright, so what do we got going on here versus this Gyarados? We're going to go for that close combat, take them out, just, you know, we got to go for the hardest hitting move, and that was going to be that compared to X-Scissor, which we're not even going to get stabbed, and it's also resisted. Primarina, can we take them out with the charms, and we take the win? Thank you, Primarina. Moving on to our next opponent, what are we going to see? Snorlax in the lead, met with the Gyarados. This is perfectly fine. Now, we're going to be encountering a whole hell of a lot of Gyarados, as well as dragons in the front, as we do have the Fairy in the back. That's just the way the algorithm works. So what we're going to do later down the line is put Primarina in the front and see what kind of Pokemon they start throwing at us in the beginning. Okay, all right. So what do we got going on here? If we let this go, more than likely they're going to be shielding up this charge move and then farming us down, which is perfectly fine. We will be up on a shield. Exactly. So they shield it up, they farm us down here, and we're going to be bringing in Primarina as we resist everything that Gyarados has, and they're not even able to get off a charge move. Oh, that's perfect. All right, so they're bringing in Gyarados, or Metagross. So I swap into my Sneasler here, and like I said, the X-Scissor is what I usually go for. They're going to be letting it go and calling it. Very brave of them. Very nice. All right, so what's going on here? They're going to be retreating with energy and bringing in a freaking Togekiss. So this is exactly what I was talking about on how I want to go with Aerial Ace now, so we can at least do some damage as opposed to virtually none. Let's see how much a close combat does. That's not bad, as it does have a massive resistance with that Fairy and Flying to my Fighting type. All right, so bringing in Primarina. You know, this is getting real close. Knowing that the Gyarados does have energy, we're just gonna, or the Metagross, I don't know why I keep mixing it up. Now, the reason why I was a little slow to hit this is because I freaking thought I had Hydro Pump. We almost lost that. I swear, that would have been so annoying. All right, next battle, met with a Togekiss. This is a great lead. Absolutely. It doesn't matter if it has new Aura Sphere. Like I said before, that move is cool and all on Togekiss, but it's really not doing too much for it, really. Like in this situation, definitely, yeah, it's going to be able to pretty much take me out almost one shot. But I'm going to shield up anyways, regardless, even if it's ancient power, especially if they're using a shield. So yeah, Aura Sphere is not too big of a threat. It's ancient power at the end of the day. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're going to go for a body slam. Do they want a double shield? I had a sneaking suspicion that they would want to double shield, and we still... Oh my goodness, the Shadow Snorlax still takes them out. Oh, you gotta love it. Boy. All right, bringing in Primarina. This Mamoswine's looking like it's having a little bit of hard time struggling here. We call the Avalanche. Very nice. And we're just going to Charm Town. They stop attack. I probably closed their app out. Probably. Oh, never mind. That Mamoswine just gave up there. Okay. Well, this is a wrap. Primarina's going to take the win for us. I swap into the Sneasler, and we do an invisible Shadow Claw for the win. Next battle, met with a Gyarados. Again, like I said, Gyarados and Dragonite is what we're going to continuously see in the lead. Now, this is definitely not uncommon for the Master Premier to see these in the front. But if you do not have something that aligns with it that they don't want you to, then they'll certainly not make them appear. That's for sure. They'll probably be in the back, though, because these are very common Pokemon to have in this cup or this specific league for the Premier. All right, so we're getting to the body slam. Same old song and dance. They're going to shield this up. Exactly. Yeah, guy, you're such a smart guy over there. I'm joking. I'm not trying to mock anybody. I'm just saying it's just always the same play. Like, goddamn. Anyway, so we're bringing in our Primarina to just, take them out. They're bringing in their Togekiss. Now, there is a new move for Primarina. I mean, it's not a new move. It's an addition, and that is going to be Disarming Voice. Could be potentially better. All right, but we're going to put all my hope into the Sneasler here. What's going on? Oh my goodness, it's the final boss for Sneasler. They got the freaking boost. Are you kidding me? A Charm User. We're going for X-Scissor. Not enough. They back out. They have no more shields left. I go close combat, knowing that we can take them out with a Shadow Claw, that Togekiss. Sneasler putting in that work, and he defeated the final boss. Well, for that person. All right, you're going to see the final boss later. Next battle, we got a dragon like we discussed here. We're going to just see dragons and Gyarados with Snorlax. So that's all. Going for the body slam, and this is a fine matchup as well. We'll go ahead and call the first one, even if they go super powered. Go for it. Sneasler can at least do a good amount of damage with Shadow Claw. All right, so calling the Dragon Claw here. We'll survive this with about, I don't know, 1 or 2 HP. All right, calling it just perfect. Now, if you use your Pokemon enough, you play enough, you will know what you can survive by literally 1 HP. You will. You just have to play a lot and understand and pay attention. All right, so what do we got going on here? Oh, they got a Gyarados and a Primarina. They've got Waterfall. That's not very effective. I've got Charm. That's neutral. We're looking good. They got Disarming Voice, though. I need to take them out before they get to another one. Come on, beautiful. 2 shields is not going to help them. I think I don't even... so I throw this here because we can lower their stats. Yeah, this is getting a little bit risky, a little bit interesting. So I'm going to let that Aqua Tail go because we want to hold on to our shield. What we're going to do is basically Shadow Claw them down with the Sneasler. I mean, by the time we get to 2 Aerial Laces, I mean, it's... yeah, they're already done for, right? So we have no more shields. Aqua Tail, we survive, and Sneasler takes the win for us. This thing is so fun to use. It's very spicy. My gosh, like I said, the design too, the moves, ooh-wee. Everything's just aligning for me. Love it. Although it can use a different charge move. I can really go for that. I'm not a big fan of Aerial Ace or X-Scissor on it. Anyway, what's going on here with the Snorlax? We shield up the first body slam so we can give ourselves some cushion. Haha. Pun intended. Up against the Snorlax. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Moonblast. They're shielding it up as well. And this is technically not great, because we're going to have to get to a charge move. We've got Lick and Shadow Claw, essentially. So I bring in the Sneasler here. I'm getting a little confused as to what I should do. This is going to do a whole lot. Yeah. I mean, it could be worse. So they're bringing in a Mamoswine. They swapped into that. We're going to go close combat. They're shielding up, using their last shield, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Snorlax here. Now, if there is a fairy in the back, that's a wrap for me. Again, this Suian Sneasler, or should I just say Sneasler, needs a poison charge move, and it'll be looking pretty good for that coverage, and you're going to be getting stabbed, so you could pretty much one-shot freaking fairies, and you're not necessarily taking super effective because you are going to be part poison, so it's amazing. Looking down that Mamoswine, and we got all this energy, bringing in an Excadrill. I'm getting a little nervous because they're going to be able to potentially farm me down here, but they're swapping, and I bring in the Sneasler here, and I swear that Excadrill had energy ready to go. I was like, man, that's gotta have a charge move. So we bring in the Snorlax. I actually lick them down, and I don't know why. I just throw Body Slam, and I thought they were gonna win CMP again. I thought they had energy, but well, guess they don't. And we take the win with a Body Slam and Snorlax. That was a very close damn game there. Next one, what are we gonna see with Primarina? There we go, bringing up those Gyarados. Let's go. So there's only so much I can do before it just, you know, throws other things at me, because so many people lead with Dragon and Gyarados that it's just like, overload, what do I do? So if you're thinking, whoa, Poke, you swapped into Sneasler instead of Snorlax up against Gyarados or up against Gengar? Yeah, I sure did. I didn't want to mess around with the Focus Blast. And all of our charge moves are not very effective, so it was just a better idea to do this here. And we took care of business, and we didn't have to use a charge move. And we're getting a shield out of the Mamoswine, but this thing is going to be hitting hard. Mamoswine is an amazing Pokemon for sure. Definitely worth your investment for PvP, as well as going up against raids as virtually the best ice type attacker, aside from its shadow form and Megas, right? All right, so we're going for a Body Slam here. We do not want to lower our stats quite yet. Swapping into Primarina to absorb an Avalanche. Tell me we caught this. I think they get mad about this. Yeah, they did not like that. So they back out, and we're looking good, and we take that win. Let's keep it moving, folks. If you follow me on Twitter, I should have said this in the beginning, go over there and tell me all the glitches that you're currently encountering. Do it quick, though. I don't know how much time I'm going to be in before I get that up. So we had a great lead with Haxorus. They're going to be swapping into Ursaluna, which kind of throws this team off because of all the ghost quick moves that we do have here, as well as the Thunder Punch that's super effective to the Primarina, and the Ursaluna being just kind of a tank itself. We're being put in a weird position. Sure, we got all this fighting over here, but there's only so much we can do, and they can let that go as the Lick isn't doing crap. You know, usually you do a lot of damage with your charge move, and then your quick move can finish them off, but not ours. Nah. So we bring back Primarina because I just do not want to go up against it with that Shadow Claw right now. I do not want to reveal my last Pokemon yet. And we farm them down. Luckily, we're able to take them out. Bringing back that Snorlax, going to go for the big Moonblast here. If you're thinking, why didn't you just go with Disarming Voice? Because I like that attack down. Yeah, that's much better. So we got a Haxorus with, I do believe it does have counter, so we can go ahead and just throw close combat. We didn't have to worry about them farming us down with Dragon Tail. They immediately let it go. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go. Unfortunately, they're going to get a little bit more farm. We do not get to a charge move here. Bringing in Primarina, and we're just going to have to rely on that charm being able to take them down fast enough here. Letting that first Body Slam go, because if they don't want to use a shield, I'm not going to either. And we win with a shield on both ends. All right, next battle. Primarina in the front, and we're met with a Haxorus. There you go. They're those dragons swapping into a Gyarados, which is really not going to be doing much for them. And we've seen what Sneasler can do up against the Haxorus with counter. So we're going to go ahead and just stay right where we're at, because there's really no need for us to swap. So long as we can get the alignment with the Sneasler to the Haxorus, we're going to be looking golden. If they hit us with a breaking swipe, no problem. We'll take care of things with the Snorlax later down the line. Togekiss. Okay, so this is looking to be an absolute perfect game for me. So we bring in the Snorlax, which beats Togekiss, easy money. We do need to shield this up because it could be an Aura Sphere. I'm not trying to screw around with that. It is an Ancient Power. Do believe they did not get the boost this time. Going for the Body Slam. They're shielding it up and swapping, and they are one shield up. Or not up, they've got one shield, and so do we. So we'll let the breaking swipe go. We resist the counter. We're throwing it now. We're going to be lowering our stats. But that's okay here. Lowering our defense, they let it go, and that's all we really needed to do. At this point, we're going to be able to farm them down with the Snorlax, a couple of licks, and then we'll have a Body Slam ready to go. Plenty of health left, and we're going to be able to outpace them to the charge moves and take the win, and we're looking good. Even if they got the boost with an Ancient Power at this point, it is a wrap, but doesn't really matter because we're going to be able to hit back-to-back Body Slams with the Shadow Snorlax. Yet again, one of the best Shadows to invest in, period, for the game. When it comes to raid battles, it's not really useful, but when it comes to PvP, oh, you better believe it. You could also drop it in a gym. Anyways, what do we got? A good lead swapping into their own Primarina. We get a little confused, stay there for a minute, and swap into our Snorlax. Let's get it. And pretty much almost taking them out. We're going to let this go here. It's probably a... Okay, they got Moonblast, so they're sticking with it. Maybe they got two Fairy Charge moves, who knows. Bringing back that Gyarados, and we actually get to a Body Slam. I was so surprised. I couldn't stop laughing that I got there, and we're doing a lot of damage. Bringing back the Primarina, and this is just perfect here since we are a little bit down on our health as well. We'll let this go here. Hitting me with a Crunch, swapping into a Metagross. Do believe it was a Metagross. We're going to go ahead and just throw this Moonblast here. Perfect. We lower the attack, and that's exactly why I like that move. So Sneasler going up against this thing, doing a lot of damage with the Shadow Claw here. And we lowered their attack, so we really don't have to worry about that Bullet Punch damage. We're going to go ahead and just farm them all the way down, get all this energy ready to go. They've got 2 shields left, so we're going to just start throwing these Aerial Aces at the Gyarados, bringing them low enough, or at least just doing whatever we can here. Technically, I probably should just keep on throwing my quick move, to be honest, but we swap into the Primarina. But here's the game plan. We're going to have them throw. We bring back the Sneasler. I think we just farm them down quick move. Yeah, we weren't even going to get there, so technically we just could have kept going quick moves, but we're looking good. All right, now we got the final game here. Final boss for the Sneasler. What do we got going on here? Let's get it. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do. Great lead so far. Swapping into a Florges, and, well, you know, we do have fighting on our 2 other Pokemon, so I think we'll just go ahead and wait for them to throw. And why we're doing that is so we can just absorb it and just have more health on our Snorlax to recover the situation here without using a shield. Going for Disarming Voice, calling that. Beautiful. Going for a Body Slam here. We're getting a shield out of them. And I'm going to call this again. I'm actually not going to use a shield on the Snorlax, and what I want to do is pretty much farm them down if they do take me out early. But we're calling everything and not using a shield, so we're great, and they're going to be letting it go. Bringing in Haxorus, and this is looking pretty good. We're going to obviously bring in Primarina here, and we're just set up beautifully. What are they going to do? Breaking Swipe and then swap into their Mamoswine, I would assume? Yeah, so here we go. Sneasler, it's all on you now, buddy. The spotlight is yours. Nobody else is going to be battling anymore. Primarina is out for the count. It still has health, but we're going to showcase this sucker until the very end. So we're going to go straight for the close combat, taking them out. Massive resistance to the fighting, so we're good to go. Well, not a massive, but a resistance with the poison. Going for the close combat, and it looks like we're going to be able to outpace them, so I'm going to go ahead and shield it up as this is the star of the show. So let's go ahead and make it the star of the show. Going for another close combat, and there you have Sneasler in the Master Premiere. An absolute fun pick for sure. If you did enjoy, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you all next time.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic! You will see.